There's another Casey Anthony case coming down the line. It refers to two boys named Leland and I'm trying to find the other name really quickly. I'm going to the actual page because I had found this when I was browsing through some Facebook pages and seeing that they were twins. I figured as a twin I would be remiss if I didn't like this page. And they're saying that, well, this was an accident. The boys were, they were certainly neglected, but they weren't deliberately murdered. The two boys are Trey and Leland Coleman. And when you look at the case, you can see that the boys were clearly murdered. When you read one of the articles, they talk about how the trailer that the boys were living in had the exit blocked off. There were no fire alarms, smoke detectors, anything like that. And the woman, Krystal Coleman, already had a prior history. So this is going to be, at least I will say with Kaylee Anthony's death, we had one good thing that happened. It brought an awareness to, besides cases like Kaylee's obviously, it brought awareness to murders like those of Trey and Leland Coleman's murders, and it also brought an intolerance for child murder. And if the statistics pan out, 3 to 5 women either murder or kill their children every day. And you have to be careful with the 3 to 5 statistic as well, because sometimes, there are accidents and postpartum and things like that. But in terms of murder cases, at least Kaylee Anthony's death brought an awareness about an intolerance to murders like those of Trey and Leland Coleman. And as I said, when you look at the facts of the case, when you look at the Facebook page, when you look at some of the stuff that the guy posted, you can only hope that this will be the state of Texas versus Krystal Coleman. And as I said before, hopefully Florida v. Anthony will redefine the death penalty and infanticide. And the same thing with Texas v. Coleman. And as much as I watch Fridays with Geraldo and the O'Reilly Factor and all that, I hope that Texas v. Coleman will show that the death penalty is not going to come off the table for any child murderer, let alone eventually and hopefully any murderer. And Geraldo had said, if the woman were black or Hispanic, would the death penalty even be on the table? In this case, Krystal Coleman was black. She, if you look at the facts of the case, did murder her children. By the way, they were mixed. And she is also about Casey Anthony's age, and you can see a lot of similar patterns. And so the death penalty will not come off the table when it comes to, I guess for lack of a better term, when it comes to non-whites anymore. And even if the non-white is a person who's mixed white, because some people could argue, well, even if she's partially white, she might get the death penalty, or she might get away with it just because she is white. Well, as I said, all we can do is wait and see, but I think that Texas v. Coleman is going to prove that the death penalty doesn't come off the table for anybody, especially for child murderers.